So you're trying to work it in an engineered solution to work your way backwards. So it's not that it's something that does not help. Of course, it's through the other process that we get the plastics. But one of the things is that the impact to the environment is in that what people are discussing about. For example, you use a lot of energy, you emit also greenhouse gases. So that's the conversation that people are talking about. But as I mentioned, the starting point for us is to deal with the single-use plastic. So looking at the source, rather than just generating this product and saying then we can work in reverse, right? So that will be the starting point. The other technology, of course, then come in handy in dealing with, let's say, if you have a very huge heap. Of course, then the technology requires a lot of plastics, right, for you to be able to make business sense. You'll realize that people who are in plastics, they also talk about inadequate supply of material. And you'll be wondering,
what do you mean? You know,
I'm seeing all this plastic all around. Isn't this enough?
Yeah.
But one thing you forget is that plastic is light. So for you to get something like 10 kgs, it's on 1 ton, you'll be surprised. It's a huge. I mean, it occupies a lot of space. If you just look at it being thrown somewhere, if in your estimation, probably you'll be saying, this is this much. But when you go and weigh it, I'm like, okay, it's this little.
Yeah.
So that's in essence where the problem comes in.
Now, what advice would you give to young people about the need to protect our environment, you know, to preserve basically our environment? What is your message to young people? Because the young people is the next generation, and if there's anybody that needs to learn more about the environment and environmental preservation, I believe it has to start with the young people and even younger ones, I believe. So what is your message to the young people?
So we'll start with the old ones and then go to the
Awesome.
young ones.
So let's do that. Now we're doing the reverse, right?
So ideally what happened is that with the older generation is that they were not so keen because probably they didn't know that this will be a challenge. But now that they know, they also need to do something about it. And one of the things that they can do is to support in awareness creation, because in an African context, if I'm to say so, sometimes also the young also listen to the old, right? So if we watch their ways and we say we are preaching water and drinking wine, then it won't make a change. So it needs to start also with them. So they also adopt the changes that they have observed or we recommend and pass it on to the younger generation. That's for starters. For the younger generation, I can say that we need the environment and the environment needs us. For example, I mean, in the space we live in, if we are not able to take care of it, we'll be hit with different diseases, let's say waterborne diseases. We are observing that the climate changes, weather patterns are changing. So that's a challenge. I was at the landfill and it kept raining after every 5 minutes. I was wondering what's happening. So it's like someone is opening the shower and closing it at the same time. So ideally we need to begin with a mindset shift where we look at the environment as a place where it gives back what we give to it. So if we treat the environment well, then it treats us better. And that's a philosophy we need to adopt. The other element is also looking at reduce or improve on how we dispose of our waste. Don't just buy something and keep throwing it. If you like your mosi that's cold, you buy a bottle, you don't go throwing it around. Make sure you go to it and then dispose of it in the right way. If you like your mazi, then your bottle, take it to the right place, and also try to use reusable products that if you can, most of the time. You're seeing businesses are trying to adopt and they are switching from, let's say, the single-use straws. Some of them are trying to use the paper straws, and others are using the stainless steel straws. And again, there's also business opportunity in the waste sector that we can also look at in terms of a solution to the environment, and also an opportunity for us to get money into our pockets. We call that the waste to value concept. As I was telling you, people in the landfill there, I was trying to make money there. I was trying to work out my math and see if we can partner with someone like you and go in there.
Awesome. I like that. Now it involves me, so I like that.
Yeah.
Ahmad, thank you so much for being here and sharing your wealth of experience and knowledge this morning on The Breakfast Show. I hope on your third visit, this is the first place you come.
This is the first place we'll come.
Because you got to share the secrets definitely. And how much money you are going to make, or how much money we'll make.
We'll do the math and then we'll share.
Awesome. So I've been talking to Ahmad, a brother from Kenya. He's here for a very important mission, basically to share more knowledge and information and do a research on waste management in Zambia and other parts of the country. So that's what we've been. That's the conversation we've been having.
Before we log out,
before we log out, let's go.
I'd also like my brother Raymond to say hello to your people.
Raymond,
so they can hear the voice.
This guy, I want to hear the voice, man. Raymond, how you doing? Get closer to the mic.
Good morning.
You know what? Your voice matches your demeanor. There's always a very misleading thing. You find a guy like me with a very heavy voice, and people get disappointed when they meet me. It's like, you know what? I thought you were tall. I thought you were huge. But you're my brother.
Yeah, thank you very much.
How is your experience in Zambia so far?
My experience in Zambia so far has been welcoming.
Yeah.
I think I like Zambia. It has the
move here, man.
Yeah, we'll move here definitely.
Come here.
Definitely. I think it's a nice country, and I'm really appreciative of the experience that you've got.
In far as people responding to waste management in Kenya and Zambia, have you noticed any similar challenges?
One of the challenges that I can say is that, especially in Kenya, is that still people don't separate waste at source, but we are developing such a policy so that it will make it mandatory for even households to separate waste at source. So I think waste is a value, and there is opportunities at waste, especially for young people, for the government. They can earn revenue if they can develop policies that can encourage young people to go into waste business. And also people can get employment. So I think there's opportunities that we just need to unpack so that other people can be able to see them and get in.
So it's basically turning what should be bad to our environment into our own good.
Yeah.
I like that concept. Gentlemen, thank you for being here today.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. The time is 9:16 and you're listening to The Real Breakfast Show on 103.3 FM. Coming up next is DJ Sensitive, taking us all the way to 12. Good morning.